see the young stars. Pistol round is live, and we have xseveN. Oh, he's taken down by jkaem. A quick rush towards this B bomb site. Now they're going to be able to get in, and there's no way that ENCE is going to be there in time.
Certainly not. Aleksib, though, has to try and watch out from the garden alongside Aerial. Sergej, the young talent, could be called upon to go huge in this round if they want to pick up the pistol. Of course, in these best of ones, every round so vitally important. Aleksib going to get taken out courtesy of JKS, leaving Aerial to make a move. But the players have been thinned out so much from the Finns, it's so difficult to see how they can pull this one off. Aerial's been dinked to make matters even worse, and Sergej is going to find himself one, but surely the damage has already been done. Player from Pit's going to be Liazz. He's going to open up his account in this round alongside Aerial, who comes in for two. May not expect two players to be stacked on the banana side, and unfortunately for ENCE, just defend them off. But that has cleared. jkaem's going to open up with two. And although ENCE did hold the line with xseveN, it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Aleksib, though, with his CZ's also going to put it to use, and this is where the upgraded pistols, the UMP, are really going to come into play for the Finns. A lot of chip damage has been done across to the T's, and Sergej lands a beautiful shot onto Liazz.
This is sketchy now. This is very tough. Now they can play it passively. They have the man advantage, and they know the bomb has to go down. Renegades have to be really careful. They have a minute. They can do the fakes to try and flush some players out of position, but actually just going to stick it. Bold by JKS using the cover of that smoke, but they know exactly where he is. A little bit trapped until that flashbang helps. The smoke plumes. And now we have a retake, but still, small advantage to ENCE.
A tiny advantage, but could open up if they can get this first kill on the retake. The position's pretty solid for Renegades. They don't have any grenades at this stage to defend them off. Flashbang in the eyes, but here's JKS, double spray with the Khalil. The extra bullets actually coming good for once. Now JKS one-on-one with Aerial, who is pushing him onto new box, has the drop on him, but valuable time is being wasted in amongst the fray, and it's not going to be a kill anyway.
Renegades just USPs. There is the one CZ on Aerial. See how this goes. Utility being used. Owls are going to lead the way. Actually, the two SMGs going to lead the way, but there's the CZ with a double kill, and now this gets dangerous. They have to enter into the bomb site, but they're not winning these fights. And there's Sergej, one more, and it looks like ENCE might have just done it. Just jkaem left, 1 versus 3. He's got plenty of time. He can play this patiently, waiting for the next peak, and he's going to back off and use some of his utility.
Such an awkward call when it seemed like they had control over A. Walk into the trap and it's been sprung. jkaem, 24 seconds to play it with, being baited out, and the Finns have done it. With the AKs as an organ play as well for Azza. Early banana presence being established from both teams, grenades being exchanged. There is a boost over there. From the perspective of Allu's gonna see Liazz jump and does chomp down with his orb. Great first pick fence, just what they were looking for.
Oh, and even the follow-up. Sergej gives up his position, but oh, he's gonna go for it. He wants to get aggressive. That's bold, but he wins it. The risk pays off, and this couldn't have gone better for ENCE coming out of this. Obviously, you could see the plan. Put the AWP in a position to get that opening pick.
Double mollies being utilized from the B play is gonna once again keep Renegades down. There's a grenade following it up. Chips away 3 players. Well worth the $300. They're stuck between 2 Molotovs. That's gonna expend 1 smoke. And keep in mind, they didn't really come into this round with too much. Now it's gonna be the pincer movement from ENCE. Both coming in with their automatic weapons spraying through the smoke. xseveN going to take the initiative, decide to push the T's. The bomb's gone out in the open, sprays for a second player and gets that too. xseveN's on a tear, gives his team such an advantage. And now Aleksib is trying to clean up the rest. JKS is able to at least counteract with a frag of his own, but the rotation's already in place.
That's such a sick round from ENCE. The 2 B defenders, they do everything perfect. The 2 Molotovs trapping Renegades, forcing them back, and the aggression behind it as well with flashbangs. JKS can't even get a plan. He goes for it. Sergej's not going to let that happen.
Making a move through the library side. And speaking of Aerial, he could get tested momentarily. He is the short player. Flash is coming over. Aerial's gone down first. Aleksib's also been plucked out. That's going to put so much pressure on Allu now. He's going to have to hold the line by himself. He's done it time and time again. He's able to get the first one, but not deny the bomb plant. And still, he's very isolated from his teammate. xseveN needs to get in there quickly with the AUG.
They know one's rap side, but this is actually not bad from Allu. This position prevents Renegades from getting into a comfortable spot, but the unfortunate part is Allu has to rely on his teammates to do all the heavy lifting to eliminate the opposition and get in, and they just haven't done it. He's all alone here. He's going to go down. Stay alive as long as...
So they're really trying to mentally force ENCE into position. Damage though on jkaem is significant. He's been tagged down to just 15, make that an 8 off a grenade. And Renegades have by and large given up banana control. It's just Liazz there now.
ENCE has done a really good job on a lot of these rounds of winning the early stages of the rounds. A lot of damage being done. We saw it towards Banana previously, now towards the A bomb site. It looks like actually Jacob's going to remain aggressive in Boiler. And yeah, that's what happens. Close up to the choke point with 8 HP. Just a stray nade can really ruin your day. Man advantage for ENCE. It means they can play a little bit more passive. They've got everything they could want. Still plenty of utility. 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes, plenty of flashbangs, but here comes that aggression. They've had success here. As I mentioned, there's the timing shot from allu.
Still interested. So this is effectively going to be a 3-on-2. The choke point and grenades, though, should give favor to the CTs, but down goes Aleksib. He's done so much damage in the process, but not able to stop the bomb from going down. With just 7 seconds, it will be planted. Allu now pushed up, gonna get the first kill in this retake. Lead this correctly. They're gonna peek from Banana first. If we see, but he takes the initiative, goes in, finds the player of Sergej on CT.
X7, narrow angle, and that board is not going to be a lot of cover if he can't get away, and he does find his first kill. Very slow to back off, and he wants that follow-up fight, and oh, he looks on point. That reaction is very quick, and to go back for more, and he spots 2 more. Can pass some information over to his team, but plenty of safety, especially with Aleksi. Flashbangs to allow him to fall back.
And ENCE are playing this really smart. When they know that there's going to be upgraded pistols, the worst you can do is go for these constant peaks and play into the Deagle's power. They're hitting and running, they're keeping in formation, strength in numbers mentality, and going to force Renegades to push this smoke if they want to get there anytime soon. Only 20 seconds left. Looking for a boost. I think Aleksib is going to see that very soon. Not quite, just around the corner. There we go. Peeks out a little bit further. And that's the round done. Bomb's been dropped out. Aleksib padding the stats for 3.
They fell back after Aleksi took that damage. This is going to be a much faster hit on the B bomb site. Aleksi with the counter smoke, block off the choke point. And they're just going to go in with the flashbangs. They're in front of the smoke now. It's neutralized. Not any effect of that smoke. X7 needs to stay alive as long as possible. Flashbangs are perfect. And the all green's out. A double headshot for Aleksi. And again, this B bomb site is just shut for Renegades. They can find no progress here. Finally, Ozza gets involved, but he's traded immediately. Just JKS 1 versus 3. The rotation is here. And that. Allu, that's a pretty safe angle to take, and a great shot onto Ozza. Still his teammate underneath the porch. There's the peek out. They've spotted it. That's what they wanted. Luring him into the open to take those fights, but not able to complete the kill. Sergej and Allu both very low, but ENCE have not been able to clean him up.
No, Liazz has been Molotoved off twice, has to run out into the open. Lambs to the... And it's going to yield the first kill. Aerial's been plucked out. JKS takes significant damage, but that's a great turn of events. Some more damage from a grenade. The more they posture here, the more likely these grenades are to fly on their heads.
Yeah, I mean, ENCE has been great with utility. This hit comes in, and JKS take him low. Even with the man advantage, they can get doubled up very easy in the pit. Here's Sergej, it's his chance. It's his time, and he delivers. No more pressure coming up mid. They wanted pit first, and it's not gonna happen. And Allu is gonna get the final 3 kills. Convincing defense. Lead the way with the MAC-10 as well. But look at the utility damage one more time. For this last round, Ozza's gonna start half HP.
Well, it has been a masterclass on utility here on Inferno from ENCE. They're constantly whittling away before the Renegades even get close.
That smoke is brutal. That might just end things. And I mean, Renegades have to come through this, and it's just, they're losing so many players. A 3-on-3. One lurker up mid is going to get the CT spawn, but they have to plant the bomb. Almost no time, and Aleksi is going to rush this. He's going to rush it, and he's going to get the bomb down, and that's it. That's another round for ENCE. They're going to end the half 10-5. A good recovery. It was 4-1 for information, and you're exactly right. That puts him also in a position to get picked off. Hasn't happened yet. This is going to be a split towards that B bomb site. 3 players from ENCE coming through, but there's the crossfire. Ozza's shown up 3 quick kills. They needed him. He had only 3 in the first half, and he's doubled his scoreline. It's on JKS. The other long-standing member of this roster is going to get dropped.
That was always the risk, having JKS by himself, but the damage is already done. Bomb planted, but it's not going to get capitalized on. Renegade.
Which would be really depressing if they have nothing to show for it, but a buy-up from ENCE. This might catch him off guard. It certainly is. Sergej's got an AK, fighting behind the flames. Down to 33 health, but he will survive.
They're heavily tacked up their process. The grenades now starting to rip and shred through ENCE. Jacob going to capitalize onto Aleksib. And with a second smoke perfectly placed, stops ENCE from really counteracting with a rush. If they push through this smoke, it's going to be a complete massacre. Oh, the timing on the reload could not have been worse, but he's not going to get punished for it, Jacob.
Might have actually been a good thing. Reloading, and as soon as he sees someone, he backs away. Couldn't even have fought if he wanted to stick around. Allu, it feels like, saw that smoke coming and wanted to take a fight just before it plumed, and he's punished for that aggression. 3 players here, final 3 players for ENCE in this round. Molotov, 2 smokes, and a flashbang. And you're probably feeling like you might as well just hit this B bomb site. This is the best opportunity. Here comes the smoke, but that AUG is just too strong. Holding the angles. Jacob able to crouch and pop right back up, and now JKS gets aggressive. 7-10. Renegades starting to stabilize. Especially surviving that second round bye that could have caught him so off guard.
Yeah, pistol's the state of play for ENCE as they look to try and make some kind of moves through mid. Grenade's going to be there to counteract them pretty much. Sergej really struggling. Crossfire with the bait into Alco. One player does get dropped.
Get pressure to put this out. xseveN with a huge pick towards the A bomb site. He's going to start coming through his own smoke, wrapping around, but it's the B hit. It's JKS who has to do everything. A gap in that smoke makes this a little bit dangerous for him as well.
Now Gratisfaction starting to make a move over, and ENCE haven't been fast enough to really make the most of this. Now they're going to start to push, but a beautiful counter flash keeps them in bay for a few more seconds. Now Gratisfaction is getting dangerously close from Coffins, but his linchpin, his anchor of JKS has been found, and his AWP is going to have...
That seems to be, you know, something they want to do, maybe a game plan against ENCE specifically, or maybe just their typical default. And there you can see part of the reason why it's so annoying to utilize the AWP on Inferno on this T side. Nades always in the choke points. Oh, Gratisfaction. Great peek. Here's the footsteps, and xseveN trying to go at the same speed as his teammate who's jumping up. Not able to coordinate very well. Fast towards the B bomb site. Almost a contact play. That's the bomb down. Rotation's going to be called. Jacob, excuse me, comes through that smoke, and that's a bit of a weird hit.
It is especially
what happens when you initially attack and then save that AWP towards the end of the round. Here comes Aerial. Stunning headshot to open things up. How much more can you get? All 4 players from Renegades are here at the moment. Do they realize? Counter flash comes in. Aerial's not in safety, and neither is Allu. They can slow things down from here, but actually completely blind. That's the MAC-10. They now know where one of the AUGs is. That's a nice elimination. Jacob still alive in CT spawn. Liazz got to do everything, but this scope provides him so much power, but so does the one bullet headshot. Gratisfaction doesn't know where to look, and all of a sudden, the floodgates are open. ENCE are into the A bomb site. JKS has to save setup they could hope for. You could see one player getting up top, Liazz waiting. Oh, he just pre-fires when he sees the flashes. He's gonna go for another. Not able to do it, but where's his team? So many players. Oh, the knife is out! Liazz gets it! He's still alive somehow! And this is a disaster for ENCE. It's all falling apart.
What is going on here, Moses? How is this happening? Renegades have won the round and only lose 1 player. Start things off on the legend stage.
Remember, their economy was on the rope, so that knife, on top, the knife is an extra, is 1,500, oh, hold the thought, B-rush, here we go, Jacob walks right into it. JKS is traded after 2, but Ozza's still here. He is the last line of defense, he's got to hold them off for the moment. Rotation's coming in, he's got to stand his ground, and he's delivering. 2 kills, some damage through the smoke, and all of a sudden, Aleksib has such a tough job to do.
Starts off okay though, but he's got no health, and Asa.
We'd see him go head-to-head one more time. Some of these ENCE rounds, they've had some very nice T rounds, but they seem to be very all-in. Not a whole lot of plan Bs for the Finns, and Liazz going to continue his tear at the A bomb site. He's got 3 so far, going for a 4th, and he's going to get that too.
This is the stack. You can see there's 3 players here. One is looking towards the wall in case the flashbang comes over. And now it's been sprung, but he's actually the first player to fall. Jacob's going to stand tall with 2 of his own, though. Able to repel the push for the time being. The A site will not be secured anytime soon. There's so many flashbangs. Gratisfaction chips in for 1 and escapes. Lives to fight another day. Gonna have to reposition though. Aleksib's hot on the pursuit. Is gonna get the frag. It's a 1-on-1 post plant now with JKS making a move through mid. Aleksib, there's so many angles he can move back to. JKS is gonna have to take his sweet time clearing each and every one of them. There's been enough time that Aleksi could be in pit. He could be towards library side. He has no idea he's still on the site at this stage. Aleksib is just gonna sit in position, watch The cross towards Pit, really playing with JKS's mind. He's now making a move onto the side. He's making a bit of noise in terms of footsteps. Aleksib's heard that, but he's given his position away as well. Who's going to be quicker on the draw? It's going to be JKS, and he has a kit, so this is Aerial. Rest with pistols. Gratisfaction's been flashed out again. There's no one there to help him out. So that flashbang is a freeze kill you could ask for. Liazz is doing damage, but he's been taken down as well. Holding the line is Azza. Weakened players getting sprawled out one by one. xseveN's been tagged down very low, but it is going to be another post plant.
A winnable situation, and xseveN has another smoke. He can toss that over towards small pit, delay a little bit longer, but with the op, he might choose to keep the visibility. This is so dangerous. If he just gets one, there it is. There's the shot he wanted. He can't land it, and not even the follow-up. It's all on allu. Nothing to be done, and jkaem gets two. Oh, pop flash delayed peek. It looks like Alza wants to clear it out. He's going to go for the aggression right into the waiting arms of allu. How weak is this defense now in JKS? This is a tough rotation to make, a tough call. There is smoke, but he's left Liazz all alone in pit. A weird angle for the terrorist to manage, and he can't hit his shots. He can't see anything. They're inside the bomb site. Liazz so much to do. He needs more, but they swing too wide. JKS is helping. Massive damage onto Aleksi and Aerial. And all three players from ENCE are stuck in the bomb site.
It looks like sergej could end up being the gatekeeper. As you say, Aerial and Aleksi, only 6 health between the two of them. They're all playing on the site as well. This is where a flashbang could absolutely neutralize his defense. And there we go. sergej eats it in the eyes. He's still alive and kicking, though, and the damage actually going across to Renegades. They're going to hold the line with all 3 players left alive.
Each team clawing for every inch. ENCE 1 round away from tying it up, and they expected that to be clear because of the Molotov, and it's not to be. Great trades, great work from jkaem and JKS. Gratisfaction now rotated over with the op, and he can get a deep angle right next to the broken wall. Aerial, I don't think he realizes it, but they might need him to create something. They might need him to pounce from CT spawn because they're locked out of banana, and he's now going to start making his move.
This is where the confusion comes in, because surely Renegades need someone out over there watching. They're now going to find Aerial. I was going to say, get someone over there to make sure the wraparound can't come into play. The bomb's in a horrible spot for ENCE, but they have just picked it up. And now they're darting back down banana, but that's into the embracing arms of Azza, who's going to claim the first. The bomb's gone into tunnel to make matters even worse for them. Allu, try as he may, is going to get the kill, but he's only got 20-odd health remaining. This is looking very poor indeed. Grenade going to finish him off round the side of Lee. 4-player stack up banana. Are we going to have a fast end to round 29? And indeed, this map is looking likely. jkaem's opened up with 1. His account is brimming with kills at this stage. Molotov thrown in counteraction, but it's going to go in the smoke. But all this time, it has stalled ENCE. And they're not entirely sure if Renegades are pushing down mid at this stage. They may have to get a move on.
Well, now Ozza's here as well. He's rotated over, and he was holding counter flash for the longest time. If ENCE did commit to that, he was ready to slow him down and help his teammates peek. That's the last piece of utility. One jumps around the corner. Good kill for JKS. He's so low. The follow-up peek from jkaem does it, and this spells the end for ENCE. It is going to be Renegades taking down ENCE in this first match of the Legend stage. They're going to go 1-0, 16-13. That defense, spectacular from Renegades, and jkaem ends with 30.